Meanwhile, the extradition hearing of absconding tycoon Vijay Mallya is all set to take place today. London's Westminster Magistrates Court is all set to hear the extradition case against the former liquor baron, with the Crown Prosecution Service fighting the case on behalf of India and is believed to raise dual criminality of Vijay Mallya in line with the United Kingdom laws. Vijay Mallya was arrested by the Metropolitan Police on an extradition warrant in April after the government launched formal proceedings in the case this year. Vijay Mallya is wanted and connected with numerous number of charges, including defaulting, on various bank loans amounting to 9,000 crore rupees.
Well, this is the St. John's area and I'm standing right outside the Westminster Magistrate Court. This is where Vijay Mallya's first hearing is supposed to take place. The hearing is at 10 o'clock local time, London time, which will be 2:30 in India, though it's not expected to be a very long hearing. This is step one. Obviously, the CBI has filed a charge sheet against him. The Indian government wants him to be extradited back to India under the UK-India treaty. You can see the media. You can see the foreign media, it's gathering. Even though these people tell me that if it were some high-profile British person, maybe there would have been some kind of barricading, but maybe the court doesn't know Vijay Mallya standing in India and the kind of media attention that he's bound to get. So, no barricading as of now. This is where his car is supposed to stop. This is where he'll alight down. There are no other entrances. Again, the CBI has filed a charge sheet. It's a 1,000-page charge sheet. As I said, it's step one. Obviously, this hearing is not going to take very long, maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It'll be like a checklist. The Crown Prosecution will go through the documents that the Indian government has provided them with. They will then assess if the charges against Mallya are true, and then the step two will begin. But today, it's expected to be a very, very short hearing. I'll be here. My colleague Lavina Tandon will be here, along with my colleague Himanshu Sharma.
Okay, I'm going to go straight across now to Vikrant Gupta, who's joining us live from London. So, Vikrant, I was just hearing that report, and as you can see that, in that report, there was an assembly of all the journalists. So, in short, what can we expect to happen in court today?
Avantika, as I said, it's not expected to be a very long hearing. We've got Lavina here. The crowd is just building up, Lavina. When I came here about 30 minutes back, there were hardly any the foreign media is here. Vijay Mallya is expected to be here. He's got to be here. I think it's mandatory for him to attend the...
He will be here, yes. He's expected to be here definitely anytime. I'll be hoping that half an hour, 15 minutes before the hearing is listed. It's listed for 10 o'clock, but it can be heard anytime before 1 p.m. That means that it is...
So it's not exactly 10?
No, it's in the first half. Okay. But because it's such a high-profile case, it is very, very possible that it will be quicker. But the hearing, as you very rightly said, Vikrant, it's expected to be a shorter hearing. It's a case. Yeah, it's listed as a case management hearing, which really means it's an admin hearing where they will check whether the arguments are supported by proper paperwork and documents. And this is where Indian government has to have provided the Crown Prosecution with all the evidence, and this is where they have been on the back foot in the past. So it's very important.
And very funny, Lavina and Avantika, that Vijay Mallya had been attending the India games. He was in Birmingham for the India-Pakistan game. He was at the Oval for the first game. And when he came for the last game at the Oval, the Indians actually started heckling him, abusing him. He was also at the Virat Kohli Foundation dinner, and I believe the Indian High Commissioners asked Virat Kohli and the organizers questions as to who invited him. I mean, where does he live? How far does he live from this court?
Well, he has two main residences in London. His official residence on the paper in the court is in Hertfordshire, where we always go in the Twin Village. But he also
How far is it?
It would be about an hour and a half or something. It's in the north side of London. But he also has a residence very close here to Madame Tussauds, just behind Madame Tussauds. So he could be living in either places. The official residence is just that. I just want to add on the Virat Kohli part that he was actually, Being Fisher officially bought 2 tables from the event management company that was selling the tickets for Virat Kohli. But it's quite an impossible conjecture to think that Virat Kohli...
I saw the list. I had seen the list. it mentioned Kingfisher. It also said Vijay Mallya.
Yes, no,
So it wasn't as if Vijay Mallya, people didn't know that Vijay Mallya is going to attend. In fact, while he walked in and he sat on the table, he started going up to the players. One by one, the players just disappeared. The entire Indian team walked off. Virat Kohli obviously couldn't because that was his function, that was his event. So Virat Kohli didn't, but the other players just walked off.
No, definitely. And I think everyone is little bit wary, of course. But he has consistently shown and also said, as you very rightly said, that when he turned up in the LSE event, the organizers apparently did not know because it was an open event, but it was Sohail Seth's book event, and he tweeted, "I don't go anywhere uninvited."
Let me also tell you, Sohail Seth was with him at the India-Pakistan game. I want to get just a glimpse of the media, the foreign media that is gathered for the hearing. It's early morning in London. It's early morning, it's 8:44, and the hearing is expected to start at 10, which is about 75 minutes from now. And in cricket, as they say, the crowd is just building up.
All right, Vikrant and Lavina, thank you both for joining us. We'll keep coming back to you once the case comes up for hearing at the Westminster Magistrates Court. But, despite all the charges against him, Vijay Mallya remains unabashed. He remains aloof. He remains quite, brazen about the charges that he faces. In fact, he even threw a party for himself barely months before he left India under a pile of debt. But now India today has obtained clinching evidence that shows just how the self-proclaimed king of good times might find it very difficult to ignore. A chain of emails that point to his possible involvement in hoodwinking banks to promote his IPL venture, the Royal Challengers Bangalore.
The self-anointed king of good times. Deposed by suspected fraud and money laundering, a proclaimed offender. Vijay Mallya has often shrugged off charges he faces, but the liquor baron might find this one a bit too difficult to dodge. India today has accessed a chain of emails that nails what has long only been suspected. The emails show how he might have siphoned off bank loans. Incriminating emails accessed from the server of United Spirits Limited. First, flashback to 2008. In January 2008, Vijay Mallya splashes into the glitzy Indian Premier League, buying the most expensive franchise, the Royal Challengers Bangalore, for as high as 476 crore rupees. Just 3 months later, in April 2008, the State Bank of India sanctions 500 crore rupees as a credit facility to his loss-making Kingfisher Airlines. By this time, Kingfisher was bleeding badly. Its total losses estimated at 1,200 crore rupees. Regardless, clinching evidence suggests the airliner tried to route its bank loans to Royal Challengers. And when the State Bank refused to clear the cheque worth almost 16 crore rupees, that's how Kingfisher's Chief Financial Officer, A. Raghunathan, explained the situation to his boss, Vijay Mallya. Dear sir, we have issued a cheque to USL, Royal Challengers Sports Private Limited, for 15.90 crore rupees as part of 77 cheques which we issued to various marketing vendors. While State Bank of India honours 76 cheques aggregated to about rupees 10 crores, they have refused to honour the cheque issued to Royal Challengers Sports Private Limited. Now, we show you how Mallya's managers hoodwinked the State Bank of India to promote Royal Challengers. On the 2nd of May 2008, Kingfisher pays 26 crore rupees to UCO from its current account at the Deutsche Bank. UCO transferred 24.3 crore rupees to various banks, airport payments for Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore and Hyderabad. On the 5th of May 2009, Kingfisher wrote to the State Bank of India requesting reimbursement of 24.3 crores it paid to the 4 airports. On the 6th of May 2009, the State Bank of India disbursed 24.3 crore rupees to Kingfisher's account at UCO Bank. On the 7th of May 2009, UCO remitted 16 crore rupees into Kingfisher's current account at Deutsche Bank. On the 10th of May 2009, Deutsche Bank transferred 15.9 crore rupees to Royal Challengers Bangalore's State Bank of India account. When all his hoodwinking was underway, Kingfisher's CFO wrote one more email to Mallya. Dear Sir, I have just returned from Bangalore after meeting State Bank of India officials. As indicated in my mail of 5th May 2009, we have found a way to take the money from SBI to complete the pending transaction. By tomorrow, we hope to complete the transaction. Raghunathan confirming to his boss he has found a way to have taxpayers fund Mallya's Indian Premier League high. With Rahul Kamal in Delhi, this is India Today's special investigation team.